Hey, my friend. 2024 is almost over, and the closer we get to 2025, the more I start thinking about New Year resolutions. I think about what I want to achieve, my goals and dreams in 2025, and usually I don't talk about it because every time I shared my goals and dreams with family and friends, they just called me crazy and stupid. They had a different lifestyle and they had a hard time to accept my lifestyle. So my ego wanted to protect me, and so I developed like a fear of judgment. And yeah, like I said, I stopped talking about it. But it's really sad because if you don't speak your truth, you cannot be your authentic self, and you also will have a hard time to find a community, to find your tribe and like-minded people. And in these days, it's so easy to find community, and with social media, it's so easy to connect with people, but we have to be open and honest and speak our truth. So that's why I want to overcome my fear of judgment. My ego wanted to protect me from being, my ego wanted to protect me that from judgment. So I stopped sharing it, and I want to work on it. And that's my goal with this channel also, to overcome my fear of judgment, guilt, and shame, and just express myself in an authentic way and to connect with people. So, what about you? I would be very, very interested if you have some New Year resolutions, goals, and dreams for 2025. Please write it in the comment section. Maybe we can share exchange some ideas, and maybe we can inspire and motivate each other. So, yeah, to be honest, this year was really, really difficult for me. It's my first year living in a city, and I'm a nature guy. I grew up in nature. I love forests. I love mountains. I love the sea. I love lakes. I love wildlife. I love adventure. So the longer I stay in the city, the more pressure I feel inside of me, the more stress and the more nervous I get. But I'm still grateful for this pressure inside of me because I learned from my past, this pressure and this stress, it's not a negative thing. I used to avoid stress and pressure. I didn't like it. So, but what I learned is this pressure sometimes helps us to make a bold move, to make the next step. Because if we feel a lot of stress or pressure inside of us, most of the time it's because we are in the wrong spot, we are in the wrong relationship, we are in the wrong job. And this pressure allows us to leave our comfort zone. Without all this pressure in my life, I wouldn't be able to make such bold moves, and I think I wouldn't be able to leave my comfort zone. So that's why I'm still grateful, but I can feel something big is coming. I'm a little bit nervous. And yeah, that's why I want to share some of my plans for 2025. And like I said, it's for sure some of you will think I'm completely crazy, but it's okay. I have nothing to lose. I'm 31 years. and I don't have kids. I just want to live a happy life. I just want to pursue my dream, because if I don't go for my dream, this pressure inside of me, it feels like dying. It's killing me. I cannot, I need to go for my dreams. So, my main thing for 2025, for next year, my biggest dream would be to find a property. I want to find a property in the tropics, in the subtropics. I love Peru, I love Ecuador, Colombia, I love Nicaragua, Guatemala, and Costa Rica. I was traveling the last 7 years in Central, South America, also Europe and India a little bit, but I love South and Central America. And I would love to find a property with around, the bigger the better. So around 30 acres would be nice. If it's bigger, it's great. But if it's less than 3 acre, it doesn't make so much sense for me. I want to have spring water. I want to have a forest and also an open space to plant new trees, and also to maybe to have some animals like cows, pigs, and chickens, and also horses. Horses would be really nice. And the biggest challenge is that I start without money. I don't know which country exactly. Like I said, I love all these countries. I don't know where I get the money from, and yeah, that's the main obstacles. But I don't care. In my past, I always had big, big goals, and I always found a way. But it wasn't until I completely let go of everything and to go all in. Every time when I left everything behind, when I started traveling, I met like-minded people, and I found great opportunities, projects, and I found always a way. I always found some money, and there's always a way. So that's why I will start somehow. And my main goal with this property would be, I would love to grow my own food. I would love to have a food forest, and I would like to have something like a retreat center where people um, can find themselves, and where people can get in touch with nature again, and to learn something about themselves and about nature, and a safe space to connect with each other and without judgment. I'm not left, I'm not right. I love plant-based food, but I never would consider myself as a vegan. I don't like this. I'm this, I'm that. We have enough of that. I want to meet everyone in a respectful way. My wish is to have a place where we can meet each other, and where we can learn from each other. And yeah, just, I'm not left, I'm not right, I'm human. I give a shit about all that stuff. And that would be nice. And I also could imagine myself to work with tourists, and to have something like Airbnbs and stuff like that. That's why I would love to have a big property and go horseback riding, visit waterfalls, and go surfing to the sea and stuff like that. And that's why I like Costa Rica so much. It's a little bit similar to my country, Austria and Switzerland. it's our country in Europe is not tropical, but it's very small. You can visit the whole country in 1, 2, 3 days. It's so awesome. You have everything, everything you can imagine. And Costa Rica, the beautiful mountains, so much wildlife, the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic Ocean, the Caribbean side. I love it so much. The only point is there is not so much culture. I love the culture, the ancient culture, the pyramids from Ecuador, Ecuador, Peru, Colombia. I love all this. I'm like a shaman. I'm really like completely this nature guy. I make my own medicine and I love to live off the grid. So that's why I still don't know where to go exactly, but maybe you know some nice spots or maybe you have some favorite countries. Please write me some comments. I would love to read it. And yeah, so that's in short terms my main dream, my main goal. But if it somehow doesn't work out or something, if I feel there is a blockage, a big blockage, and I cannot move on, then I have a second plan. And the second plan, it's I guess a little bit crazy, I don't know. The second plan would be I could imagine to buy a sailboat, a small sailboat. They are very cheap. I looked it up in the internet for 2, 3, 5,000 euro. You can get a sailboat. So the biggest challenge is I don't have any experience. And no matter what I do, I would love to take you with me on the journey with this YouTube channel. I would try to make videos, and for example, with the sailing adventure, it would be crazy guy learns to sail, or I don't know. And I'm a little bit scared because the ocean, I never was so much on the water, but I love adventure and I love surfing, I love diving, and I love to explore and to live off the grid. So sailing would be nice, I guess, at least to give it a try. And yeah, the third option would be in Europe, we have this famous way. This way goes from Hungary to Spain and or even to Portugal. It's the way, how is it called in English? The way of Saint James. The way of Saint James, I guess. It's really long. It's like 1,800 miles or something walking, and you have to cross the Alps. And the Alps are the biggest mountains of Europe. So that's really crazy. And I would travel, I would walk for 5 months, I think. 4 or 5 months at least when I start in Austria or Hungary. I would need five, maybe 6 months. And I would do it on a low budget. Like I said, whatever I start like with literally without money. But and I don't let anything stop me. I will do anything of that. It's not just I'm not just talking about it. So let me know in the comments what would you do? Buy a property or find a solution to buy a property or to get a property in some way, or buy a sailboat or walk the across the Alps from Austria to Spain. And of course, the property idea would be my favorite because I love to travel, but I traveled the last 7 years around the world. I'm the most important thing is for me, I want a home base. I want something that I can call home. I want to grow my own food. It's the most important thing for me to have clear water. I need clear water to drink every single day, not just any tap water from anywhere. I want spring water to drink. I had most of my life the luxury to drink spring water. I grew up in the Alps, so um, yeah, that would be really, really nice to have a home base with a big property and where I can work and to also to serve other people. I would love to connect with local people, to work and do agriculture, to plant trees and have like a retreat center, like I said. So please let me know in the comments, like I said, what would you do? Have you any ideas, inspiration, motivation? Let me know. And yeah, if you are still here, thank you so much. I love you. And yeah, see you in the next video.